In the endless expanse of the Eurasian steppe, where the wind howled across the grasslands and the horizon stretched into eternity, a fearsome people arose. They were the Mongols, warriors forged in the crucible of hardship and bound by a vision of conquest. Their tale is one of grit, innovation, and unmatched power. Under the leadership of Genghis Khan, a man of unparalleled ambition and intellect, the tribes of the Mongols united. Once fragmented by rivalries and blood feuds, these nomadic clans now moved as one, each man swearing allegiance to their great Khan. His strategy began with transforming his people into a formidable war machine through meticulous organization. Drawing on the ancient decimal system, he structured his army into units of increasing size: Arbans, 10 warriors; Zuans, 100 warriors; Mingans, 1,000 warriors; and Tumans, 10,000 warriors. Leadership within these units was assigned based on merit rather than lineage, prioritizing skill and loyalty. This meritocratic approach ensured that even the humblest herdsman could ascend to command if he demonstrated exceptional ability and dedication. The Mongol army, a fearsome force that swept across continents, owed much of its success to its unmatched mastery of a wide range of weapons. Their arsenal, carefully chosen and crafted, reflected their mobile style of warfare and ensured dominance on the battlefield. In the 13th and 14th centuries, the Mongol Empire rose to prominence as one of history's most formidable military forces. Stretching across Eurasia, their conquests were facilitated by an extraordinary combination of tactical brilliance, adaptability, and advanced weaponry. Each battle demonstrated their unparalleled ability to integrate diverse tools of war into a cohesive and devastating strategy. The Mongols' mastery of the composite bow was pivotal to their success. These bows, constructed from layers of wood, horn, and sinew, were compact yet immensely powerful. Unlike the larger longbows used in Europe, the composite bow's size allowed for ease of use on horseback without sacrificing range or accuracy. Skilled Mongol archers could strike targets with lethal precision from distances exceeding 500 meters, adjusting for wind and terrain as they rode. Arrows were crafted for specific purposes: armor-piercing tips to penetrate metal defenses, broadheads for inflicting deep wounds, and incendiary heads for igniting chaos in enemy camps. The Mongols were unmatched in their use of cavalry, which formed the backbone of their military strategy. Mounted warriors carried a combination of curved sabers and straight swords, each suited to different combat scenarios. The curved saber, with its slightly arched blade, was ideal for slashing during high-speed charges, while the straight sword provided versatility in close-quarters melee. The relentless training of Mongol riders ensured that their skill with these weapons was second to none. Spears and lances were indispensable in Mongol warfare. Long lances, often equipped with iron hooks, were used to dismount enemy riders, disrupting cavalry formations. Shorter spears served as effective projectiles, thrown with precision to sow disorder among advancing troops. Daggers were equally vital, serving both as tools for survival and as last resort weapons in combat. Many Mongols carried hidden knives, ensuring they remained armed even when disarmed or cornered. Although known for their mobility, the Mongols were equally adept at siege warfare. When faced with fortified defenses, they employed a range of advanced techniques and weapons borrowed or adapted from other cultures. Towering trebuchets were constructed to hurl massive stones at fortress walls, while battering rams shattered gates with brute force. The Mongols also utilized gunpowder, an innovation acquired through contact with Chinese engineers, to create explosive barrels for breaching defenses. Incendiary arrows, dipped in flammable substances, were fired in volleys to ignite structures and disrupt defenders. The Mongols were not solely reliant on ranged or mounted tactics, they also understood the importance of brute force and defense. Heavy maces with spiked heads were designed to crush through the armor of heavily equipped foes, rendering their defenses useless. Shields, often covered with leather and reinforced with metal, provided vital protection in both open field skirmishes and siege conditions. These weapons and tools highlighted the Mongols' ability to adapt their approach depending on the enemy and terrain. The Mongol strategy combined all these elements into a seamless and devastating military approach. Cavalry archers struck from afar, creating chaos and confusion, while heavy cavalry and lancers followed with decisive charges. Siege weapons demolished enemy fortifications, and incendiary devices sowed panic among defenders. Each campaign showcased the Mongols' ability to coordinate their forces with precision, leveraging their diverse arsenal to overcome even the most formidable opponents. Through a blend of technological innovation and strategic ingenuity, the Mongol war machine reshaped the art of warfare. Their success was not merely the result of superior weaponry but of their ability to adapt, innovate, and integrate these tools into an overarching strategy of dominance. The legacy of their campaigns continues to influence military history, serving as a testament to the power of discipline, adaptability, and technological prowess. Life on the steppe was harsh, a constant battle against the elements. The Mongols thrived in this unforgiving land, their bodies hardened by the cold winters and scorching summers. Each warrior carried a supply of dried meat and curd, enough to sustain him for weeks. They drank kumis, fermented mare's milk, which strengthened their bodies and spirits. And when all else failed, they would cut a vein in their horses' necks, drinking the warm blood to stave off hunger. Their horses were their lifeblood, small, sturdy creatures with incredible endurance. Each warrior had several mounts, rotating between them during long marches. It was not uncommon for a Mongol army to cover 100 miles in a single day, their speed and endurance unmatched by any other force. Every Mongol warrior was a living weapon, trained from childhood to ride and fight. Their bows were their most prized possessions, crafted from layers of wood, horn, and sinew. These composite bows could send arrows flying with lethal precision, even at great distances. From horseback, they could shoot in any direction, using their stirrups to stabilize themselves in the chaos of battle. Their swords, curved and sharp, glinted in the sunlight as they slashed through enemy ranks. Lances, maces, and axes added to their arsenal, each weapon designed for a specific purpose. Beneath their lamellar armor, made of overlapping plates of leather or iron, they wore silk shirts. These garments were not just for comfort, arrows embedded in the silk could be pulled out cleanly, reducing the risk of infection. When the Mongols rode into battle, it was not with reckless abandon but with calculated precision. Scouts rode ahead, mapping the terrain and gathering intelligence on enemy positions. When the battle began, their tactics unfolded like a deadly dance. One of their favorite strategies was the feigned retreat. A small unit would engage the enemy, only to turn and flee, feigning panic. The enemy, emboldened by the apparent retreat, would pursue them, only to find themselves surrounded by the main Mongol force, which lay in wait. They employed the encirclement tactic with devastating effect, cutting off escape routes and crushing their foes from all sides. If the enemy sought refuge in fortified cities, the Mongols adapted. Engineers and siege weapons, borrowed from the Chinese and Persian empires, reduced walls to rubble. But perhaps the most fearsome weapon in their arsenal was terror itself. Stories of their brutality spread ahead of them, weakening the will of those who might resist. Entire cities surrendered without a fight, preferring subjugation to annihilation. The Mongol warriors lived for the ride. Their horses carried them not just to battle but to the ends of the known world. From the steppes of Mongolia to the deserts of Persia, from the icy rivers of Russia to the mountains of China, they rode as if the earth itself belonged to them. Their empire grew larger than any before it, a testament to their unity, skill, and determination. Yet, for all their conquests, the Mongols remained children of the steppe, warriors who found freedom in the wind and strength in the saddle. To this day, their legend endures, a reminder of a time when the world trembled at the sound of hoofbeats.
Thank you for watching our video. Your support truly inspires me to create more amazing content. So please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more.